Ah, okay. Right. See what we're doing. This time, I kind of want to do everything he tells me to do to see what happens.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
This is new. You didn't say that before, did you? No, just checking if anything else different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
See if he's nicer to me. What's this? Meeting room. Oh yeah, that's where...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Oh, I want to wipe it off. What was it? R.I.P. Franz? Floor 4. Not cost efficient. Who moved my desk? Hire somebody to fire the paper. Synerging guy. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to synergize person. Get Chris out of the broom closet. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda. Ideas, write next day's agenda, reflect. Jim. Jim doesn't have a number. Please keep the targets on the topic of blurred. Okay. This is great. Solving... Oi! What are your dreams for the future? A boat. Pollution! Football. Plant life. Lunch. That's the point. I need to have lunch. Soon. Talk radio. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less! Do unbelievably amazing work with all time every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition. That's very true. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. Throw some bevel on all text. This will ensure a calm, productive work environment.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all.
I'm
He
reading!
seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything.
Numbers.
This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
I'm having fun! Leave me alone! This is great. I don't know why I'm enjoying this so much. Rate and which charts on the same slide. This is so cool. It's just like to do. Synergize core value, explore shift global market, monetize free to play. Monetize free to play, just realised. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. More money, what do people want? Yeah, things. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Oh my god, this is brilliant. I like the fact that they took the effort to write these things out. I don't have to read this, but I just want to because it's funny. We need reviews for 2 plus want to get rid of the desk portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water heaters. Charts need to be better. Spare space between the teenagers. A lot of percentage. Size of demographic. What's that? No more. Can't read it. Okay, I'll go. Broom closet. Ooh. I can interact with the door.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You never know. I've learned things about gaming. You need
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Right. I'll remember this and go downstairs in my next playthrough. Can I go in here? Nope. I didn't think I could interact with doors. Oh, this looks very fancy. I thought you said everyone was gone though, so how is my boss still here? Unless my boss killed everyone. Can I go behind here? Can't read those. No, that'll be the boss's room. Can I go in here? Nope. Executive bathroom? Oh, come on. I deserve to use that nice bathroom. Alright, let's see the big boss man. Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Turns out the boss is a furry. I'm gonna fire full-on fur costume.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the fuck is the boss been up to? Another warehouse? Where am I? That's pitch black. This looks terrifying. No, this is not scary. It's scary at all.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
You know what? I'm happy to live in denial. Take me back up. Go. Also, I have no body. Hello? Why am I saying hello? I know no one's here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Absolutely not! Fuck off! I'm not getting my mind controlled. Can I go back? No. Nope. Fuck off. Maybe that's why I was happy just pressing buttons, because my mind was being controlled by my boss. Escape? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to remember all this. There's like multiple endings. Right. So I need to remember to do what he says, then go downstairs, and then do as he says again, and then go. Okay, I'll go through this. I'm just gonna stick with what he's saying for now. Is that my desk? No, it's a desk. I thought it was a computer there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
My boss is a pervert.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Can I leave? So much work must have gone into this, like, to come up with all like the different endings and like scenarios.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh, someone's fired.
Revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What? So I am being controlled. What the fuck? So where is everyone then? Did they even exist? What am I for? 427 was I? Ah shit, I missed it. It's one of these. Trying to see if I can find my desk. Oh, there we go. 427. I can't see it, it's too far.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
You must have been.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah, destroy it.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What was our process? Anything? Just makes funny noise. Go. Mind control idols awaiting input. It's like a giant cinema.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Why was our press on? Oh, I'm so tempted to press on. Oh no, I said I would do whatever he says in this playthrough. Right. I didn't think I would cut the power off. Oh, I can see something.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Oh? Freedom?
He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Won what?
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
Ooh, bird.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How
Who
had
cares?
he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Ooh,
Perhaps
trees.
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Freedom!
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
I'm not controlling
the
it now.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Genuinely happy. I don't even know what this game is. What was that noise? What the fuck? This is different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? Why is there paper all over the floor? Right. What should I do this time? I kind of... What was it? I sort of did what you said, but I went down the stairs instead of going up, or I could have gone through the escape.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna... Oh, I never saw where the cargo thing took me, so I'm gonna do that.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Who?
Someone you've forgotten about.
There's no one else.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? There's a lady here. Ooh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Why do I feel like you're lying to me? And this is a pit. This is fucking dark. Hello? Hey!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Can I
to
unplug
reach
it?
out to her. If you can truly place your... Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I didn't think I
That
could!
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
You put it there!
No.
You're saying to the
Stanley,
developer.
here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
No.
He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll
Hold on, let me
credits.
unplug it.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
Plug it back in!
How is that even possible? None
Want
of
my
these
wife.
decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible.
I have
can't
free
believe
will.
it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're
Oh,
a
am I
real
not?
person.
Who am
I
I?
can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Ooh.
Choice.
Choice.
It's the best part of being a real person.
Yes.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Okay.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Okay.
Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice
What?
would you make? Remember
I mean-
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking
Fish.
with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then
Right.
provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Or slap
Turn
him.
to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What's happened? Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis
Oh,
is
Jesus.
the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do
Okay.
you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and
They
whether
aren't.
you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Infield exercise. Okay.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and
Okay.
see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I feel like, I need to write down all the options I haven't done or all the ways I haven't taken because I want to know what the end outcome of them all will be. This is great. It's also fucking hilarious. I didn't think I could actually unplug that, by the way. But kind of like, is this like some sort of deeper meaning about like free will and, you know, contradicting what people do and say? Oh, I'm back out here. But no, this is... I can see why... Oh, let's go. I think you're stopping me from jumping.
If choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yeah.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Thank you for stopping me from committing suicide. Are we going all the way back to the office? Can I open any of these doors? No. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Or certain doors you can. Where am I going?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
So if this isn't a real world, does that mean all my colleagues were just fake? There were never any colleagues, they were just a figment of my imagination.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, don't give me... Oh, there's more choices I have to do. God, there must be so many, like, endings then. Good God. I don't... What do I want to do? I just like pissing you off, it's funny. So I'm gonna go for the right. I'm not Stanley!
No! Why did you do that?
What the fuck?
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, the game's sort of broken itself. What the fuck has happened in there? Have to go back in. I love when games break the fourth wall sort of thing. There we go, meeting room.
Oh,
what the fuck?
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why?
Sorry.
For what? What did you
Fun.
get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
No.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Fix this.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I
Wait,
have
what?
to. I have to.
I'm going back to my office. Well then. Oh? Hello?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
That's not my fault.
The entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to.
I'm H.
He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh.
I'm getting told off.
My story.
Oh.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
I've already seen it.
Hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh. Was that meant to happen?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
No.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is this just starting me back to...
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means
I see what you're
choosing
doing.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
You're
Just
restarting
follow my lead
me.
and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, calm down. I'll go on the left this time. Oh, it's actually in place. Oh, it's fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Can't go... Oh. Can't go into the broom closet this time. Ah!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can't go downstairs now. There used to be a downstairs option. Okay. So this is slightly different. You're sort of getting rid of my free choice in a way. Oh, and executive bathroom's not up there anymore. Interesting. So small details. Oh, this is very different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I can't.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I don't think you have this technology.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
No.
Stanley,
I'm having an outer body experience.
I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Oh, what?
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Right. This appears to be the end, but I'm going to go back and play the other options that I didn't do because I absolutely love this. This is so good.
Fine, they're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.